What is up, Sooner Nation? Live from the Walmart parking lot in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Sooner Surge Double Trouble back at it again on a Tuesday night. And Brian, thanks for joining us. Can we stop talking about OU basketball? It's a waste of time. Might as well talk about Winchester and the tight end for Kansas City. Listen, it's ridiculous. I might go on a rant within the first 45 seconds. I am done with this. It's embarrassing to be out of. I understand they got guys that didn't show up. At what point can we play some freshmen? Caden Cooper?
My biggest complaint about tonight is you're down 20 points. You're shorthanded without Hughley. Moore has the flu. Where's Caden Cooper?
Why you not burned his red shirt already.
Why not put him in? You're down 20.
You burned his red shirt already. He's gone. He's not staying here.
And Sooner fans, right. McCollum, 20% from three-point line in Big 12 play. That's horrible.
Oway has gone away. He's done.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, they're going to.
I don't even know if they're athletic.
They're going to make. They are. They're going to make the tournament. But listen,
I don't know that they will, Jay.
They were shorthanded tonight. You aren't beating Baylor with all your guys, probably.
I don't know if they're making the tournament.
Yeah, they are. I think they are. I think they're going to get to 8 wins. That'll be enough.
I don't know if they get 2 more wins, Jay.
I think they do.
I think they beat Cincinnati at home, and that may be it.
Well, we'll see, Jeremy. We'll see. If they can't beat OSU and Stillwater, they got problems.
So, Moser's gone anyway.
What they need to do is beat Kansas. Bill Self and Kansas suck on the road. Somebody needs to beat
OU won't beat him, Jay. OU will not beat him.
Well, they need to.
And I'm sorry, 8-10 is an abysmal season.
No, it's
with this team and where they start.
Brutal.
It's a
Kansas is gonna have 7 losses in the Big 12.
Not 10.
Oh, okay. All right. We could have just started.
Miss anything. You didn't miss anything, Maz.
Yeah, it was. They were shorthanded. It was.
I didn't watch it, so whatever.
Hey, and Baylor's on fire from 3, dude. I mean, they aren't missing.
Down 21. Jordy Ball out for the season. Awful news. Awful news. Hunter, the baseball team has a nice little 3-game set in Arlington starting Friday. It's going to be a good one.
Baseball season coming up, man. Hey, you saw the graphic there with it was announced today that OU had 3 invited to the combine. 3 offensive linemen. Bill Bedenbaugh putting 3 offensive linemen in the NFL combine. But no Drake Stoops. Surprised, Jeremy?
No.
You're not?
The combine is set apart for the I want to use this word correctly. Choose the right word here. Those who are going to be drafted highest. That's who goes to the combines, Jay.
Well, a lot of those guys just choose not to go either, though. The key for Stoops is pro day. I mean, he's going to – the chances of him – hey, Hunter.
I didn't say there are, Hunter.
There aren't. You're right. You're right.
I didn't say there are. I'm just saying that's what the combine is for.
There's also – sometimes combine can hurt you.
I think
I'm not saying it would hurt Stoops. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying sometimes it does hurt people.
Yeah. Monty says from the Rocky Top, Tennessee.
But 3 offensive linemen, Jeremy. 3 offensive linemen going to the NFL Combine.
Yep. Rivaldo Soares, OU's best player, now being helped off the court.
Yeah, and this is a good that's going to kill. If he's hurt, they're done. They're
You're not a fan. You're not a fan. So
Hunter Renfro went to the combine. That's true, but and probably because he played on the national
championship team, probably.
And he's not any better than Drake Stoops, in my opinion. I did see the Texas guy on Twitter today just bashing Stoops. That guy needs to. Yeah. That's what we're doing. We're
combine football only. Look, here's where Drake Stoops would have turned heads in the interview portion. He would have dominated in the middle portion. He runs great routes. I think he would have turned heads at the combine, but he's not going to be there. He'll have OU Pro Day. Jackson will be dropping dimes to him. He'll look really good. and
I still
hopefully
don't
get
think he's
drafted
getting
in the
drafted.
5th or 7th round.
I don't think he's getting drafted.
I think he gets drafted.
I think he goes as an undrafted free agent. But
you know what I like to do every day before draft day?
Yeah. Hey, what?
Watch Draft Day. One of the best movies.
Hey, Sooner fan, Nash. He's got a YouTube channel. His name's Nash.
I don't watch him.
I'm sure you've seen his stuff on YouTube, Nash.
I know Zayden Richards. Zayden Richards is all about the draft because he's a Bears fan, and that's when that's big time for the Bears to draft. I'll be curious what they're gonna do. But Zayden, the first Sooner is gonna be Tyler Guyton,
and he's gonna be drafted high.
Maybe the Bears should get him to protect Justin Fields. I'm curious, Zayden. Zayden, drop it in the comments here. You think they're gonna go after Caleb Williams, Zayden? I know you're a Bears fan. Do you want him to go after Caleb Williams?
If I were the Bears, I would keep Fields, but that's just me.
Zayden says Caleb.
Well, he can think that. I mean, that's fine. I you know my thoughts on Caleb Williams, so I beg
don't know that Zayden wants Caleb, but he thinks they're going to go after him.
Well, I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, and you know, a lot of people that think Stoops should be drafted. Yes, he's probably not going to be. And what people don't think about, I think a lot of times they think, man, this guy's for sure should be drafted. But you got to go off what teams' needs are and how many wide receivers are going to get drafted. I mean, there's so much into it other than this guy should play in the NFL. There's a lot more into it than that. And him going as an undrafted free agent, I mean, doesn't mean he's not going to make the team. I think he still make a team. I think he's that good, but he probably won't get drafted.
Welcome back, Chief T-Bird. Like Chief T-Bird said in the Discord, you may be wondering, what's the Discord? That's for Sooner Surge Unlimited members. You should hop on board. It's great. And Chief T-Bird did say this in the Discord. He's going to have to prove it as an undrafted free agent. And fortunately, he's proven people wrong his whole life, so that's probably where he'll be his best anyway.
Hey, Monty says we're echoing. Hunter, do you hear it? I don't.
Maybe
it doesn't sound any different on my end. I don't know if it's Jeremy's end or what, but I don't notice anything. Yeah, not too much. Hunter says, Monty, I don't know. Maybe it's not sure. You good, Jay Jones said. So maybe it's just on your end, Monty. I'm not sure about that.
Zayden says that Bears don't have a clue what to do outside of trading picks.
The Bears haven't been. I mean, they've had some massive problems.
You know who I can't stand? That's a Texas guy. Speaking of echoes, is Emmanuel Occo.
Yeah, I don't either. There it is, Occo, Lori Occo.
That's why I said
not a big fan. Not a big fan. So you do think Stoops gets drafted 5th or 7th round?
That's what I think. I think he's going to be. How many Sooners get drafted, Jay?
3.
Just
3 offensive linemen.
That's it?
That's it. That's it.
Hey,
and that's right there.
They don't
FanStop's got it right there. The NFL Combine is about measurable, not a heart, which Drake has plenty of. That's right. Mars, how are you saying 5, buddy? Where are you getting the number 5 for drafted?
Well, Drake Stoops would be 4. I'm trying to think who the 5th would be.
He's not saying Marcus Stripling or somebody. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know where he's going with that. Mars, let me know where you're going with that. Yeah, I think Sooner fans got it about dead right. That's about right. I think Sooner fans dead on with that. Guyton, Rouse, mid, and then Raym 6th or 7th. I think that's right. Stoops will be a free agent. Yeah, he'll be unrestricted free agent. Isaiah Coe?
Isaiah Coe is probably what he's meaning, yeah. He could, Jay.
I doubt it. I mean,
he could.
Hey, Dalpost, this is a great question. I think Stoops going to do everything he can to make an NFL roster. So whether that's unrestricted free agent, whatever, if he doesn't get drafted, he's not giving up on his NFL dream and going to the XFL right away. I don't think, but
no. And look, we'll see about Andrew Raym. I think he's going to get drafted.
UFL, not XFL, but
I think Raym gets drafted, and I don't know. He's a very cerebral guy.
He's good with this hand. I mean, he's pretty good. He's just not. I wouldn't say he's as big as needs to be, probably, but he's a good player.
Cerebral though, he can figure things out very quickly.
Yeah, that's right. Never heard of that Strays movie, have you?
Strays, never heard of it. Thunder OU Sooner.
Hey, Chuck, he was a monster. He was a monster in the bowl game, and I think Coe's a good player. But I just don't know if I don't know if his measurables be enough to get him drafted. Size-wise, everything that has to be on there. I mean, I don't know.
Listen, if some other guys would have went pro this year, they would have had 5 to 7.
This is the worst, the least amount of guys they've had at the combine. I don't remember. Hunter would know the date, but since when?
Jay, I don't know, but what I'm saying is, if the guys that came back would have went pro, they would have been drafted. Stutzman, Bowman, and Woody Washington all would have been drafted. I think.
Kenneth doesn't agree with me most of the time, but I guess he does.
Kenneth, how are you agreeing with Jay? Jay loves Porter Moser.
I don't love Porter Moser. Jay, why do you put words in my mouth every night?
Let me rephrase it. Jason thinks Porter Moser. Jason thinks he's the right guy.
Jeremy, when did I say that?
Oh, I thought you did.
You always like to put words in my mouth because you cannot stand Porter Moser. Do you want
Porter Moser gone, Jay? Answer the question.
My problem with you, if a guy throws a ball 50 feet out of bounds over some guy's head, it's Porter Moser's fault.
Jay,
that's my problem.
Do you want Porter Moser back?
Everything, no matter what happens with OU basketball, Porter Moser. It's all Porter Moser.
It is. Do you want Porter back next year?
If they make the tournament, then I think he might do pretty well in the SEC. But
answer the question: do you want him back next year?
I think it depends on how the end of the season is.
You can't answer it.
I can.
Same thing. This is hilarious.
I can too answer it. It depends on if they make the tournament. I've said that for the last year and a half. If they make the tournament and finish strong this year, why wouldn't I want him back?
If he doesn't want to be back, that's my point. I'll take him back.
You don't know what he wants, Jeremy. You do not live with Porter Moser. You're not best friends with Porter Moser. You have no clue what he wants to do. So
I'm definitely not best friends.
You can't base your opinion on that.
Jay didn't want to answer the question. Bro, man.
I answered the question.
Exactly, Cracker Mac. He brought the players in, and I think Rivaldo Suarez has been an excellent addition to this team.
You know what's cracking me up about you, Jeremy? And I'm not saying they're going to finish this way, but they're one game behind Kansas.
I don't give a rip about the Jayhawks.
Kansas has 5 losses, dude.
They're bad.
Kansas is bad?
They're not very good, Jay.
They're a top 6 team.
Okay. Hey, Caden Cooper's in. Finally. Hunter, he's going to score points too. Watch.
Jeremy, you have to wait till the season's over to make that judgment. You cannot make that judgment.
You don't, Jay.
You are.
I'm not saying fire him today.
And Thunder OU Sooner is 100% right. They don't have a center. That's their problem again, and that's on Porter Moser.
They're missing more than a center.
No, that's well, McCollum's not shooting the ball at all right now very well, and it's killing him. Absolutely killing him. Somebody's in your back seat again, Jeremy.
I thought I did see someone moving this time, Hub, but
there's something moving back there.
Spot.
Maybe it's somebody walking behind you.
They got a Surge logo spray painted down here for me.
Nice. Hey, everybody that's on here, for the last few days, we've been talking about the fan stop and the Toby Keith shirt. If you have not ordered it, you need to go on there and order. I know a lot of you guys have, but Hunter will throw the link up there for you to click on it. It's a discounted link. You click on that, you get the discount on there to buy it. And proceeds from this, some of the proceeds go to the Toby Keith Foundation. It's a great looking shirt. Got the red solo cup with the OU logo. It's awesome shirt. I know a bunch of you have already ordered it. But yeah, if you haven't, please go on there and do that. Appreciate the fan stop. Did you pick up a ghost, Jeremy?
No. Someone asked, I think it was Chief T-Bird, if you were to get rid of Moser, who would you go get and throw all in? Well, they won't do it. Kelvin Sampson, I would love to get back.
Not get Kelvin?
Kelvin. Not going to happen.
Wait,
And
they're not getting Kelvin
Hey,
Sampson.
he said if you could throw everything at Jay, Ron Brown every night. Every night, I appreciate you, Ron Brown. Every night, Ron reminds us that Porter Moser wants out of Norman. He said it. You heard it here first. Jay, outside of Kelvin Sampson, I would throw everything at a Jay Wright.
Oh my gosh. He's not getting back into coaching. What, Jeremy, first off, why do you think OU basketball is getting anybody known like that?
I didn't say they were.
So why are we talking about it?
I'm answering a viewer's question.
It's not, it doesn't matter. Why are we talking about it? They're going to have to go get somebody like maybe they could steal Kelvin Sampson or Hollis Price away from Houston.
Oh my.
What?
I'm not even going to comment.
What? You don't think either of those would be a good hire? Kelvin Sampson?
Hollis Price cannot be a head coach right now.
Kelvin
No
Sampson?
chance.
What about Kelvin?
I love Hollis Price. Kellen possibly.
So what are you thinking, Jeremy, if they were in the...
I want to go get someone who's done some things.
You know what I think is crazy is, and you're gonna hate this statement. And you can come at me all you want. I'm ready for it. Bring it. Okay. But if you think you're gonna go out there and get much better of a coach than Porter Moser, I think Porter Moser is a pretty good coach. Now, it hasn't worked out yet at Oklahoma, and it may not. If they don't make the tournament, bye-bye Porter. He's going to have to be gone. Okay? But what?
Let me ask you this. McCaslin, would he have come to OU?
They didn't get McCaslin.
I asking if he would have come to OU.
He might have, but then he probably would have left right away to Tech. I mean, Jeremy, Tech's a better basketball school than Oklahoma.
He could have won at OU a lot better than Moser could right now.
What? They're similar coaches.
They're what?
They're very similar coaches.
Paul Mills.
You think Paul Mills is a better coach than Porter Moser? You're getting about the same thing.
Somebody call Lon Kruger. Yeah, I take him.
Hey, guys, just make sure Jeremy doesn't talk about Lon because Jeremy didn't like Lon. So
I love Lon Kruger. And by the way, how'd they get Lon Kruger, Jay? Out of football school?
Because he was getting ready to retire.
Go get him. Go get someone like that. There's guys out there. I'm done hearing that. And by the way, Jay, they brought Porter Moser in. Porter Moser was the guy. Everyone wanted him.
Yeah, he's a good coach.
Don't tell me Joe C can't pull strings and get people here. He can.
I think Porter's a good coach. Listen, we won't know anything till the end of the year. This team could finish very strong.
Maybe they go to the Sweet 16, Jay, and I'll take it all back.
No, you would not.
If they get to the Sweet 16, I'll take it all back.
So if they get the Sweet 16, somehow you learn how to coach overnight. Wow. Shocking.
Porter Moser magic, I guess.
That's what bothered me. Some people think that these coaches, they forget how to coach or they learn how to coach overnight when they wake up. It's crazy.
Yeah, Porter Moser's not to blame at all, Jay. My bad.
I didn't say that. He's definitely to blame. It's his roster, dude. It's his coaching. He's definitely to blame. I'm just not going to give up on a guy that's 6-6 in conference yet. The season's not over.
Okay.
So
well,
that's my opinion.
I think you said it there best, Jay. The standards for OU basketball fans, if you can finish 8-10 and just squeak in, it's a good year.
I'll take going to the tournament. That's what needs to happen.
What is going on?
Was there police behind him? They got him. They got him, guys. I don't know what's going on. Kansas, Houston, Texas, Iowa State, all left. Yeah, the schedule's brutal. Okay. But hey, Sooner fan, if they can get to 9-9, that would be, I think that'd be a great end of the season. I think they're going to be 8-10. Chief Tieber says, how much more time would you give him, Jason? Listen, I give him this year. If they don't make the tournament this year, I think there's going to be a change happening. So,
do you think they'll fire him? I don't.
I don't think they'll fire him. I think he might leave.
Locking the doors. Jay, did you call the cops on me, bro?
For what?
I don't know. Yelling too much?
Is there a policeman behind you?
Yeah, it's in the end of the parking lot. Yeah, if they don't make the tournament, he should be fired. And here we are. Hey, Owe made a 3 before buzzer. Great job, Ortega.
Hey, it's 100%. Who's on OU's current roster is getting a sniff of it? He's actually,
according to all the insiders, Javion McCollum and Owe were first-round picks.
Jeremy,
That's hilarious.
Stop.
That is hilarious.
Listen, Ortega, Owe, and Milos Uzan were top 100 recruits. Caden Cooper and Jacob Cole that are on the roster are top 100 recruits. Forsythe, they got coming in next year. Probably the best guy he's gotten since Trey Young. Am I wrong?
You're correct.
You can scratch your beard all you want. Have you watched Forsythe play?
Dude's a stud. Guess what, though, Jay?
What?
It's funny that all these guys are really, really good till they step on campus and they I'm going to use the word correctly this time. They regress. They get worse under Porter.
Jeremy, what year is Milos Uzan?
Sophomore.
And Owe.
Sophomore.
Cooper.
Freshman.
Cole.
You're forgetting something, Jay.
Cole. Answer it. Cole.
Freshman.
Stop. Okay, stop right there. That's all I need to say.
Okay, I want the viewers to comment.
Golly, dude. I mean, you think these guys going to walk up a high school court and dominate college basketball?
Listen.
It's a developmental league, dude.
Oh, my. Listen to me right now.
You can, whoo, gosh.
Hey, you're wrong, D'Amora, and you're wrong, Jason.
I'm not wrong.
College basketball isn't even close to the world of college football and development.
Oh, it is too.
No, this is why guys in high school went to the NBA. High schoolers go to the NBA. Carmelo Anthony 1 year. Played
Jeremy,
1 year college.
You're comparing these guys to Carmelo Anthony? Are you kidding me right now? And
no,
also,
my point is,
when your son gets to high school and he graduates, he's a pretty good baller. Your son, he can play basketball. When he gets a scholarship and he goes to a Big 12 school, I want to see if he does the same he does in high school as he does in Big 12 play. I think it'd be a little bit different.
Jason, in football, there's a size deal. There's other things. In basketball, you can step on and play.
And Uzan's played pretty well in 2 years.
I didn't say
he's the leader of the team.
Well. Cooper's not standing around. Tell me, look at all the players. Look at all the players that have left under Porter Moser. You want me to start naming them? Elijah Hartley. Jalen Hill.
No, listen.
Moser Gibson.
No, listen to me. Before you start naming them, you got a prerequisite with they were a Porter Moser guy that he brought in. Go now.
Okay.
I'm not talking about Lon Kruger's players.
They played under him.
He didn't bring him in. Those aren't his guys.
They played under him, though.
Okay, so the guys that left Venable's team played under him too when they left.
Okay, whatever, dude. He can't keep him around, Jay. CJ Nolan.
Guys, listen.
CJ Nolan, Bijan Cortez.
Hey, Jeremy, the ones talking about Bijan Cortez, CJ Nolan. Do you know where they're playing at right now? Wichita State, North Texas.
Where's Jalen Hill playing?
He's injured all year. UNLV.
Jalen Hill, he couldn't keep around.
Jeremy, hey, Forsythe is pretty good. Forsythe, I think, is going to be the next great player at OU.
Jay, my point is basketball is uncomparable to football when you're talking about freshmen playing.
That's not the point we were making. The point we were making was they're young.
It's the point I was making.
Well, I'm just saying you can't.
Tell me a player right now, Jay. Tell me a player that has gotten better under Porter Moser. Go. I'll wait.
Well, Jalen Moore, they said on the broadcast, was not very good at Georgia Tech. He's pretty good at OU in 1 year.
He's a free passer.
Another one, Milos Uzan, for a sophomore, I think he's a good player.
I think he was better as a freshman.
Godwin's gotten better.
Oh, my God.
I think Godwin's reached his height. Godwin. That's about as good as he can get.
Jeez. Why are we still talking about OU basketball right now?
Move on then.
Unreal.
I know Godwin's not good, but he's got the best he can be.
Do you know why he plays him, Jay?
They don't have anybody else.
That's who he likes to play. He likes to play that type of talent.
All right, move on. I got trivia.
Bring your trivia.
I got trivia.
What's going on right now?
This is a good one right here. Hunter, you got the standings? I don't know. Dalpo's got to be in the lead, doesn't he? I think Dalpo's in the lead, but yeah, move on from that dumpster fire, Johnny says. We will. No more basketball talk the rest of the night, promise you. So don't bring it up in the chat. Here's the trivia for tonight. 3 guys from Oklahoma are going to the combine. They're all offensive linemen. I want to know how many players from Oklahoma has Bill Beatenbow coached to the NFL? Give me the number. How many made it to the NFL under Bill Beatenbow's coaching? There you go. There's the question. How many is it? First one to get it will win this. You can't Google this one up. This would be too hard to Google. It might take you some time. Not 8, not 18, not 9, not 16. Wait, Chief T-Bird. Boom. Drop it, Chief T-Bird. 11 is correct. Way to go, Chief T-Bird, with the victory tonight. He gets the point. Good job. And that's a lot of offensive linemen in the NFL that Bill Beatenbow. I mean, and maybe that's why, Jeremy, you're feeling a little more comfortable next year. Is you think, because in all honesty, look at the guys that are making the NFL this year. Why are you looking at me funny?
I was trying to look at the cops back there. Sorry.
Oh, the 3 that are making the NFL this year, none of them were highly recruited guys. I mean, Guyton was not playing offensive line, but for 2 years. So he can develop talent. We all know
Jay, I'm high on the offensive line because of Bill Beatenbow, yes. But I'm also maybe more high on the offensive line because every dude they brought in is over like 310. The size is really good.
Who's got the biggest upside? And I'm going to use that term in the correct way.
Wow. Thank you for using it, Jay. They're
in the correct way. Out of the 2024 class, who's got the biggest upside?
I was going to talk about Fabechi next year as being massive.
Stop. 2024.
I think the easy answer is EPL.
I do too.
Dude, I don't know if you heard Parker Thune talk about it. I saw a clip or something about EPL's benching, lifting up more than Antoine Harrison did on Pro Day. So he's a freshman.
Yeah.
He's a high school kid.
Hey, and we're going to get into this mess. Tomorrow night, we're going to have a special on 2025 class. We're going to have most of the conversation on it. But the offensive line class that he could be getting in the 2025 may be better than 24 and his best ever. I mean, it could be that good.
Underrated Daniel Akinkumi. And listen, you're right, Purple Orc. And this is why, Jay, this is why I don't think OU staff, specifically Bill Beatenbow, was freaking out all that much when they lost some guys maybe that people wanted, because they know how great this class is.
I agree. Eugene Brooks is a hoss. Let EPO return punts. He does run track and do hurdles. If you got an offensive lineman that can do hurdles, I'm sorry. He's going to be a stud.
Again, Jay, the question mark everyone wants to bring up is center. Brooks can play center, correct?
He can. I mean, we'll see what they do with it.
Is he going to get on? I mean, if Bates were to struggle a lot, does Brooks get on next year at center?
A lot of people are high on Brooks Purple. I think depending on how the offseason goes and what they see and maybe Bates will determine if they, I think, move him right up into center. I mean, he's probably the next great center at Oklahoma. I think Bates could be really good. That's the thing. I think Bates could be extremely good at center. So we'll see. I think a lot depends on how Bates does.
Correct. Who do you have in front of you?
What?
Tyler says a lot has to do with opportunity also. Like, who's in front of you? Are you going to get on the field quick enough? We'll see.
Correct.
We'll see. Hey, Chester said Akinkumi got pushed around.
You got to remember Akinkumi too is very raw still. I mean, there
were also highlights where he was doing some pushing.
Oh yeah. He's not going to take a backseat at anybody. That's for sure.
And I think great vlog.
Now, what?
He's got a great vlog.
He does. I think a guy that kind of gets lost in the shuffle on that offensive line is Heath Azida. Now, this is a great point, Chief.
And I like the latter part better.
I don't know. Center's huge, man. The center's massive, dude.
I agree, but how we're going to use Deshaun, I really hope it's off the edge.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I think they know how they're going to do that. But
Kyla, thanks for being. And I know we got everything worked out. You're on the Discord, so appreciate it. Being a Sooner Surge Unlimited member. A lot of people, Kyla, think Everett doesn't need to put any weight on. He's already starting. I disagree with those people. I think he's got to put on. If he can get to 305, he definitely could start. That's the biggest issue with Everett. He gets thrown around.
Yeah. Logan Howland's another one. Mess says center is key. I agree with Jackson Arnold. The center's massive. I mean, they do so much for the team and for the O-line. Kenneth Nichols, I've been listening to this program recently and talked real good about Eugene Brooks. They've been giving him a high rating as a lot of recruiting shows give him a high grade.
If you're Jay Jones, if you're talking about the strength of Deshaun, I absolutely agree with you. And Sooner fan, Deshaun still needs to show me he has the explosiveness to be a DN. All you got to do is go back and watch him at Indiana. He was elite.
I mean, he didn't play always on the end, Jeremy.
Jay, he was pretty much an edge rusher.
He came off the edge, but he didn't always play on the end. So
he was an edge rusher, Jay.
Hey, listen, the reality of five-star offensive linemen, there's not a whole lot every year. And now 2025, that is the year OU could land the five-star, I think. We got Fasusi. I think they could land him. And that'd be the big dog on the offensive line. He's that good. Now, we'll see if they can land him, and I'd like to see it too. I'd like to see Bill beat him, but with the five-star, see what he can do. I mean, so.
Hey, the fact of the matter is they're in on names now for five stars when they didn't used to be. So there is that. And second of all, Everett needs to develop his strength if weight isn't the issue. Well, weight will help strength. So,
and this is correct. Offensive lineman five-star got to pony up. Right?
Yep, exactly.
Second place is the first loser, Hunter says. Yep. And that's right. You get second place on some of these five-star offensive linemen, you're the first loser. And I do think the 25 class could be special. In fact, I saw something on Twitter or something where OU is they've picked 10 teams that could maybe be the first overall class in 2025, and OU is one of them they think could. So who knows? But I think this year, I mean, Jonah Williams is key to that. You got to sign Jonah Williams as a five-star. And you would probably have to get Fasusi, obviously. You'd have to land 2 or 3 5-stars to land that. They've started off really hot. I mean, they already got 10 commits for 2025 class, which is huge. So it's by far and away the quickest amount, the most amount of commits Venables has had this early, for sure. And this is so true, man. OU needs to have a successful season to make 25. If OU throws a 6-6 or 7-5 season out there, it ain't going to do any good for recruiting. That's for sure. Yeah, Hollenbeck's really good. I agree with you, Jim.
Hollenbeck could be the next great center.
Did the cops leave?
No, you can still see him back there, Jay. That show Cops was one of the classics.
What was?
Cops. Theme song, dude. Great.
Did you ever watch Chips?
I like Chips.
Movie wasn't very good.
Movie was awful.
Correct.
Hey, I know we can't talk it, so I can't say it. So
what?
Bring it up again. Can't bring it up. Hey, the softball team and baseball team both in series actions this week, so that'll be good. Let's talk alternate uniforms.
Hate them.
I hate them too. Jay
now listen.
Hunter loves them. Hunter loves them.
No, I would like him if I could see a new one. I do not like the the gray. I hate the anthracite. Hate them.
You know my thoughts?
Now, if they would come out with a new one, I would like Kansas Jayhawks Saturday, the basketball game. Did you see theirs? They had the sunflowers on them. Those were sweet. If they would have an all red or something, I'd be down.
I wouldn't. You know why?
Oh, I'd like to see an all red.
I wouldn't. You know why?
Why?
The best teams don't need alternate uniforms. Sorry.
As in who?
To me, it's kind of like a facade or whatever. I get it. It's for the players more or less, and the new.
If the players want them,
what?
If the players want them, right?
Yeah, I just, in my opinion, like the traditionals.
What I would like to see is I know they do the road whites. I would like to see a cream, just a all cream uni. And I know they've done it with what did they call those? The Rough Riders. But I'd like to see all cream. I think that'd be pretty sweet.
The all whites with white helmet would be sick.
Now that would be great. All white, all
Chief T-Bird. Chief T-Bird, thanks for the super, and I love that YOU helmet you say.
Hey, thanks for the super, Chief. Appreciate you, man. Hey, Jay says couldn't read the players' names. I agree. It was awful to try to read them.
Cream helmet would be weird. Weird.
Well, it was the numbers, Hunter. It was the numbers you couldn't see very well. Yeah, a cream helmet would be cool. You know what I would love?
I like the traditional.
Hey, you know what would be the best, I think, ever? Next year, Red River rivalry game, OU shows up with the upside down Longhorn on the helmet.
Probably wouldn't be allowed to play.
SEC, you can do it. They don't care. You heard SEC Mike.
Watch, something will happen, Jay.
Hey, would that not be sick though to walk out there with the horns down logo on your helmet? That would be fire, dude.
There would be there's no way. And like Hunter said,
I don't care what the university would approve. I'm saying my idea as a fan, dude.
Yeah, the university, even BYU got called out for doing it. They called their own team out.
Yeah, the wussification of America.
Absolutely, Jay. I do like the powder blues. Of course, I'm a Kansas City Royal fan. I love the powder blue Royal uniforms.
Yeah, I remember those. The white and gold.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
Ron, are you talking baseball or softball?
Yeah, the Rough Riders are pretty sweet. If you're going to go with the alternate that they've done, the Rough Rider. I mean, remember Samaje Perine at West Virginia just dominated the Rough Rider.
They always use the alternates against West Virginia or Baylor, if you haven't noticed. Teams they think they can beat.
Yeah.
They'll never wear an alternate against Texas, ever. I can't wait for Bama to be in Norman. You got the road whites of Bama versus the home crimson jerseys of OU. That is unbelievable.
Hey, I saw
Get here right now, please.
I saw I think it was that SEC podcast, Mike. They did the rankings of quarterbacks. They had Jaden Milroe number 2 in the SEC.
Jackson Arnold 10.
Yeah,
that is awful.
What do you think about Milroe? Do you think he's the second best quarterback in the league?
No, I put Jackson Dart ahead of him.
No way.
I would.
I think they had Jackson Dart at 4. I think Jackson Dart's a little bit overrated.
Who'd they have at 3, Jay? Brady Cook?
I'm trying to remember who was 3. They had
Nico?
Nico was 5, I think.
Dart's better than Milroe. I agree.
Nico was 5, I believe.
So 1, they had Beck. 2, they had Milroe. You're saying 4, they had Dart. 5, they had Brady Cook. Who would have been
5,
third?
they had Nico. 5 was Nico.
So was Brady Cook 3rd?
I'd have to go, but I don't know, Jeremy.
Who we missing?
Well, LSU, not sure who their quarterback's going to be. A&M.
Nussmeyer's LSU's quarterback.
No, they had Quinn Ewers was 3. That's right, Hunter. Quinn Ewers was 3. Quinn Ewers was 3.
If that's the list, Jackson Arnold's at least top 6. He's not 10th.
I mean, I don't know. I think he'd fall about middle of the pack, 6 or 7, maybe.
I mean, so who would you want as your quarterback right now, Jay? Jackson Dart or Jackson Arnold?
Well, the upside with Jackson Dart's got one. This is last year, so you can't judge that.
So the upside, you're saying Jackson Arnold's like 3 years from now, then, because that's your definition of upside.
I'm saying the upside with Jackson Arnold's way better.
Upside is next year.
No, please don't get into this again.
I mean, I got you on this. I got you on it.
No, it's not. I'm saying upside's 2 years from now.
Okay. Wrong. Yeah, I think Jackson Arnold's going to go to the SEC and own it. So he's going to be the gunslinger in the Southeast Conference.
Yeah, I'm interested with that, Jimmy. I think
he threw for 400 yards in a bowl game with 5 playbook.
Hey, Jimmy, Milroe's not a throwing quarterback. That's why. Now, here's one thing he can do. He can throw the deep ball. But that offense they run wearing with Penix, it's a lot of read stuff. I don't think he's great at reading. I don't.
It's Penix. And Colby, what's up? Hey, I'm going to say something that probably hasn't been talked about enough, Jay. Jackson Arnold's ability to make certain throws and Jackson Arnold's ability, I think, to elude pressure and extend plays. I don't think these receivers knew how to handle that. There were times he was scrambling in that bowl game. They were standing still. He was motioning on them to go and they wouldn't. Didn't know how to handle it. Weren't used to it.
The off season's going to be massive for him and the
massive
receivers.
For that.
Yeah, I mean, they got to have a great off season. Bottom half of the SEC, Chief Tebow says. I don't think he's that low, Chief. He's pretty good quarterback. I just don't think he's top 2. He's pretty good quarterback. Better runner than he is a thrower, but he did pretty well once they finally made him the quarterback, I thought. But I'd have him about 5 or 6.
Pretty well.
I'd have him about 5 or 6.
I'm super excited about like Mez says, top 3 SEC ability. Yes. Will it transfer into top 3 next year? I'm very excited about the work he and the receivers are going to put in together. They're very deep. They have all things that you want, which is size, speed, scat back. You can name it. They got it all.
Hey, and this comment here, I kind of disagree here. They do have a ton of blue chip ratio depth on their chart, but you say they're not falling off. Falling off for Alabama is going to be 3 or 4 losses, and all it take last year, even they squeaked by some games. I mean, without Nick Saban on the sidelines, I think that's a 1 or 2 loss difference without having him as head coach. Personally, I would say it's a 2 loss without Nick Saban on the sideline. Add me 2 losses to Bama. That's my opinion. Jeremy, you can praise Caden DeBoer as much as you want. It's not Nick Saban. Nick Saban gone. That's an extra 2 losses. I got Alabama going 3 to 4 losses this year.
Well, if it's 2 losses extra, they're going to have 4 losses.
Yeah, 4 losses. That's what I'm saying.
That would be 2 extra. And actually, Saban should have had 3 losses last year. They got lucky one game, Jay.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're going to have probably 4 losses. Man, I don't know how many times we can talk about this. I've looked at the schedule over and over. 3 games that would be huge for OU to win. Any of these games are Alabama, Ole Miss, and Missouri. I mean,
you have to win 2 out of 3.
Those are the swing games to make the playoff for OU.
Got to get 2 of 3.
You got to get 2 out of those 3. I agree.
You got to beat Bama at home, and you got to split you got to split those on the road. And if you do, you're probably going to end up with 3 losses.
Yeah. Well, LSU, I'm counting LSU as a loss.
Right. And then Texas maybe. So you're looking at 9 and 3.
But those 3, that's what we're saying, Greg. That's what we're saying. Those 3 games to me are the most pivotal games. Like, if you lose to LSU, okay, I don't think LSU will be in the mix for a playoff. Right? My opinion. I think Missouri and Ole Miss with their schedule, they're in the mix, man. They are. Tennessee, I'm counting as a win. You better beat. If you don't beat Tennessee, it's going to be a long season because that's your first home SEC game. And then if you lose that one and you get to play Texas, you could have 2 losses. You got to have 1 loss coming out of Dallas. 1.
Tennessee is a statement game. Early on has to be made. Make your statement early. Get things.
That game better be at night.
We can, Kyla, I think OU can beat LSU, but in Death Valley, I'm just saying let's not even put that one on there yet.
Don't you think Tennessee games should be in the afternoon or night? Yeah, well, there won't be many 11 a.m. games anyway. So
you can only have 2 next year.
Correct.
The most you can have is 2, and you would have to think Texas is one of them.
Correct. It'll be a night game.
I think Tennessee, Palace on the Prairie is going to be rocking against Tennessee Rocky Top.
Oh, yeah. Josh Heupel coming to town. First SEC game in the history of Oklahoma football. It's going to be.
Yeah. OU's schedule is much tougher than Texas's.
Yeah, OU is a lot tougher.
Kenneth, I think 4 losses as well for Bama. Hey, Jay, let's talk fan stop another time before we get off here, bud.
Yeah, so you see it rolling across the bottom. Fan stop partnering with us to give you a discount on the Toby Keith shirt. And some of the proceeds from this shirt go towards the Toby Keith Foundation. Please go support this. Go buy you a shirt. It's a red solo cup with the OU logo, officially licensed. You'll get a discount if you click that link that Hunter's dropped in there. So appreciate the fan stop partnering with us for that. And also, guys, I know Jeremy mentioned earlier, but join up the Sooner Surge Unlimited, man. I mean, as football season gets closer, you're going to want to be a part of it. We're already planning on some new things for the upcoming football season. So join in while you can. Appreciate you guys for that. Chief says, does the SEC have an 11 a.m. time slot?
I don't know about the time slot. I think they will. I think they'll have a time slot for the 11 a.m. They'll have to. But each team can only be in 2 11 a.m. kickoffs.
Which is great by Greg Sankey.
That's because Greg Sankey is unbelievable. But yeah, like Jay said, hey, if you are a Sooner Surge Unlimited member and you're not on the Discord, please email us at ousportsroundup@gmail.com. We'll help you figure it out.
Correct.
And we will see everyone tomorrow night when we will be talking strictly 2025 class. So you don't want to miss it. Set your watches or your alarms. 9:30 tomorrow night, 2025 class talk.